my channel Aakriti Rana, and today's video is going to be a very casual have coffee with me sort of a video in which we'll talk personally, and I have my coffee here with me and you can grab yours. So the last video which I did was on how women become financially independent and why is it important for us, and this video is going to be like an extension of that, where I talk about how I started earning through blogging, where I started from, how I reached this place where I have my entire place and my cars and everything that you guys see. So let's get into the video. Okay, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I come from an army background and my dad is serving in army. We do not come from like a business background where, our forefathers or our grandparents built everything for us, or my dad built something and gave it to me. So whatever I have is something which I've built on my own and has not been given to me by my parents or anybody else. And I started working in an advertising agency where I was earning just about 15,000 per month, and I was traveling in a metro back and forth every day, even working on the weekends and saving every penny of that 15,000 rupees which I was earning. So when I was getting pocket money from my dad when I was doing MBA, I genuinely used to spend every penny from it because I never valued money that time. I didn't understand the value of money because my father was giving it to me. But when I started earning, when I started doing back and forth in a metro every day, then I started valuing that money, and whatever little I was getting out of all the mehnat that I was doing in the office, I used to really value it. I literally became like the most confused person my parents knew, because they always told me that Aakriti, you cannot save money, but that time even my parents were surprised. I still remember that I used to save every penny from that 15,000 I used to get, and slowly I built a little bit of savings. And after that also, I didn't feel like buying anything. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I wanted to buy an LV bag, and I thought once I get 95,000 rupees I would buy it. But once you have this 95,000 rupees, you realize how much mehnat it was to be where to get there. So you do not want to spend that money on it until you have enough money, enough savings, and you feel comfortable that yes, if I let go of this much money, I will not feel bad about it. I started from there. I realized the value of money, and it's always important to start from like a humble beginning so that you always know where you come from and the importance of money. A lot of people who come from very rich backgrounds do not realize this thing, and sometimes it's tough for them to sustain the business because they haven't seen the hard truth of life. But even if you become really rich and you come from a very humble background, please always remember where you come from, so that it always keeps you humble. So after working in that advertising agency, I started blogging, and on weekends I used to blog. I used to write my blogs from my office only, and I never knew that you could make this your career. But after posting pictures for quite some time and getting a lot of interaction on my Instagram, there was this page which asked me for a barter deal, where they told me that we're going to send you our products, and all you have to do is just wear it and you can pick anything from my website. That is the point of time when I realized ki, something like this exists, and why do they want me to wear something of their own? But I picked something from their website, and it was like a Chinese website or something, and I posted a necklace picture. If I can find the picture, I'll post it. So that's how it started, and a couple of people came to me for the same thing. And after some time, there was a brand which was coming up called the Dangerous Clothing Cartel, and they wanted me to wear one of their outfits and shoot a picture and post it for them. And they asked me, how much would you charge for it? So I charged, I think I gave them 3 pictures, and I charged them about 3,000 for that. And that's where I started. That was like my first collaboration. And instead of just giving them one photo, 3 photos, I gave them a video with it. And I was one of the first few bloggers who started doing like small video snippets about their outfits on Instagram. And I used to do this like that time when I just started. Like with my first paid collaboration, I did a video of just showing the outfit and all of that. And then I realized that this can pay you, and I left my job after that. Then I started working with Me Some More Clothing and Spoil, and I had like contracts with 2-3 people at that point of time, including Ruposo. So that kind of guaranteed that I will earn this much every month. Otherwise, blogging is a very uncertain career, so you do not get like a exact number of whatever salary in your account. So if you have certain contracts with a couple of people that you charge them a little less, but they give you work every month for sure and it's in the contract, so you know that every month you will be getting like a salary and that money is going to come to your account, so that gives you the confidence. So initially only I was very lucky to be working with people like Nisa Moore and Ruposo and Spoil. So all these three people gave me work like every month, and I know no matter what it is, I will be earning good money from these brands because Misa Moore made me post almost 4 outfits or 5-6 outfits every month, and Ruposo had like 4 posts, Spoil had like 4 posts. So for every post I was charging them, and in return what I did was, because I had like a year-long contract, I could not increase my charges even if my followers grew, but that was okay with me. And it's because of these people that I could save a lot of money initially only, and that was the point of time when I did not have like a lot of needs and I could save everything that I was earning. That is when I decided to take my first international trip on my own, where I went to Singapore with my friend Pari, and I did everything on my own. Like I booked my tickets and my visa and my stay, and since I was doing it on my own and I could afford it and my parents knew that I was safe, even they could not really point out anything and say don't go. They were happy for me. Also, I would like to point out one thing is that a lot of people try to get in touch with the brands instead and mail them and tell them that I want to work with you and get behind them. But all I want to say is that I never did that. It was the brands who came to me because of the sort of work I was putting out. So I would really want you guys to put in like amazing work out there, find a niche, and click some amazing pictures which is different from other people and put good work out there. That is when the brands will see you, the PR agencies will see you and contact you. But if you go to somebody and tell them that I want to work with you, these people will not really value you because they know that you really want to work with them, and they really wouldn't want to pay you for it because they know that you'll do it for free also. So always make sure that you put good work out there even if you're not getting paid for it. Just build your good base, and then the brands are going to contact them themselves, and then you can charge whatever you want to for that. So then my contracts got over, but by that time I started working with a lot of other brands and I started getting a lot of work from different brands. And that is the point of time where brands were also realizing what blogging is, because it wasn't very big in India. So I was like among the first few bloggers who they were getting in touch with, and that was the advantage which I had for starting early. But I know that there are a lot of people who are starting right now and the industry is so saturated with so many people just wanting to become bloggers. I'm seeing even celebrities who want to turn into bloggers. So I know it's going to be very tough for you, but trust me, like if you're really into this and you put consistent work all the time, no matter what response you're getting, you keep putting in good work, I'm sure it's going to happen for you. But please try to keep up with the industry, with what is happening, what applications people are using to edit the pictures, and what sort of pictures are trending, what editing style is trending, so that and use the right hashtag so that people can notice your work. So coming back to my earnings, then I started saving all of that money, and initially I saved up a chunk load of whatever I was earning. And what I used to do was that I used to take like most part of it and transfer it to my dad, so that I do not have it in my account and I do not spend it, and my dad would invest it for me. So whatever money every month I transfer to my dad, which is like a major part of my earning, I completely forget about that. I let it go, I give it to my dad and I ask him to invest it for me. I do not ask where that money went at all. I only spend the money which is remaining with me for the rest of the month. If sometimes I earn way too much in a month, because as I told you that in blogging you will earn how much ever work you pick up in a month. So sometimes if I do a lot of work or I get a lot of work and I get excess money, that is when I plan a trip and I have excess money for shopping, and that's when I would buy an expensive bag or something like that. Coming on to how I bought my first car, which was Audi. That was my first car, the A4. Initially, my needs and wants were very less because I come from a very normal background, and we've never really been into very fancy stuff, and that's why my needs and wants weren't like a lot. But I really was into cars all the time because my dad was a rally racer and I've always seen my dad drive cars and being fond of cars and driving crazily and doing burnouts and all of this. And my dad taught me driving at a very young age, so that's one place where I really fall weak. I can let go of everything, but I'm like so into cars, I feel like a dude sometimes. I would know everything from the BHP to the engine to anything that you want to know about it. The first thing that I really wanted to get was an A4, and how I managed that was, frankly speaking, I did not have the entire sum of money to pay for the car at the down payment, but I knew how much was I earning and that I have contracts. I listed everything down. I knew that for the next 2 years, every month minimum what I'm going to get. I knew that I had to collect a lot of money initially for the down payment so that my EMI is less. And my parents kind of supported me with everything in my decisions. I always knew that my parents are going to stand by me just in case my plan goes a little wrong, which I will not deny. A lot of you guys might not have that backing, but I was very lucky to have that. And so I saved a lot of money for a year, and blogging kind of picked up. Like initially, if I was charging just 3,000, 1,500 per post, or 3,000, then I started getting, then it moved on to 5,000, to 10,000, to 15,000. It keeps growing with the number of followers you have. So with every 50,000 followers or 1 lakh followers which grow, I would change how much I'm earning. And this is not like the only source from where I'm earning. My YouTube is another source, but YouTube does not really pay you a lot of money if it's on its own. The AdSense account, which pays you every month through YouTube, does not pay a lot of money, which is based on per click, because in India, the money per click which you get is very less as compared to people what they get abroad. So YouTube does not pay like a lot of money, but yeah, it gives you good enough. YouTube only pays you a lot of money if you're getting good views and you're collaborating with the brand. But I do not like collaborating with brands for YouTube, because I just feel that, through videos you connect a lot with your followers, and if you try to stuff in a lot of products in it, you kind of lose the connection with your followers. So on my channel, I try my best not to do paid content or sponsored content for YouTube. It's just a platform which I like keeping to connect with you guys. But yes, I mean, if you have good following and if you want to get sponsored, then yes, YouTube videos would pay you a lot through brands. So going back to the car, I collected a lot of down payment for it, and I gotten a loan for a couple of years, and so that my EMI is a little less and I can also save tax on it. And I gave in the down payment, and then I was able to complete the loan within, I think, one year or 1.5 year for my first car. So I did not stretch it for the 5 years which I had taken the loan for, because I'm the sort of person who keeps thinking about, oh, I have to, return this, return that, and I do not feel that the car is completely mine unless, you've completely paid for it. So yes, I built it all on my own without anybody's help, and that's how I paid for my first car. And then I started saving again and everything that was coming to me, because I did not really have any expenses and I wasn't really traveling a lot back then. So I could buy my other car, which is the Range Rover, and I did the same thing for the Rover as well, but this time I had like a lot of savings, so I was able to pay back for it within 6 months only. And yeah, then now I'm living on my own. I have this place to myself. This place is on rent, and I am planning to buy a house soon. But I do not want to invest in a fixed asset right now, because I'm still thinking about where I want to settle, or do I just want to keep traveling, because that is what I really enjoy. I want to just do backpacking or travel the world and not be in one place. And I'm like really fickle-minded, so I do not want to stick to one thing. So a lot of people at one point of time or the other have mentioned this, seeing whatever I have, that, oh, her dad is so rich, or I don't know, she's a spoiled brat or whatever. I'm sure these people don't know that my dad is not a businessman, he just serves an army. And yeah, I have built every single thing on my own, including from all my bags to everything, from my camera, my gadgets, to my cars, to my house. Everything I've done, and I've started from the scratch. I started from my metro, and now this is where I've reached. And since my dad is in army, he did not also have like a lot of contacts for me to get into some place or the other, and I actually had to build everything on my own. So make sure, guys, that whatever you do keep a lot of savings, because right now also if I'm spending on all of these things, I have a lot of savings. I make sure that every month most of my earning goes into investment, and that's how I can build my future. And even later, if I do not want to do blogging and if I just want to travel, I need that sum of amount to be invested somewhere, so that I have the liberty, I have the freedom of leaving this and leave and just travel and do what I really want to do. So let me know if you guys enjoy these coffee talks, and if there's any other topic that you want me to talk about. And I can keep doing these videos like very frequently. It's just like story time, and I really enjoy talking to you guys and connecting with you. So comment down below and let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about. And thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Aakriti Rana, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.